Ladies, gents, Piotr here. This is Light Forex Global YouTube channel, and we are going to make the necessary update when it comes to the crypto market, right? So this is the Bitcoin weekly chart, and as you can see, well, as a bulls, we are doing well, right? That's quite positive. I like it. I really like what I see here, all right, when it comes to the crypto. But of course, the king is only one. Heavy move to the upside on the Bitcoin, right? It might cause the altcoin bloodbath. Well, anyway, if you are diversified well, then probably you don't mind. Anyway, what is going on here on the Bitcoin side? What we have here, and what could be the next move, right? So the important thing here, in my opinion, is the move back. As you can see, the previous week move back and close, right? Close above the lower shadow post this upside move when it comes to the positive China news, right? So that's the first thing first. The second thing is, and it's gonna be very important this week, right? This weekly open here, okay? Why? Look, guys, we were trying to cross that previous week, okay? We were trying to cross that previous week, and as you can see, there was unfortunately upper shadow, okay? So some kind of the rejection. That's the first thing first. Second thing, very important, is the weekly open here. The weekly open here, and we are talking about the week from the mid of November. So overall bulls are trying. I'm very happy what I can see here, but the thing is that we have to take out this high and we have to close above, right? The third thing when it comes to the bullish move, it also the move back above this consolidation, above this possible demand zone, which has been broken on that move to the downside, right? Then we had 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts to break higher, right? All of them failed. Now, it's Tuesday. It's still a long way to go, but it looks promising. So let's have a look what we have on a smaller time frame. On a smaller time frame, as you can see, that's where the move is right here, right now, right? It's a Tuesday morning. Asia pushed the market much higher. So when it comes to the latest move, it's worth to mention what is going on. Well, if you remember, we were discussing the falling trend line, which has been broken lately, right? Well, congratulations to the buyers, right? Good move, very good move. Next, look what happened last week. Boom, breakout, boom, retest. Then some sellers were thinking, okay, we are going to fight with the bulls with the swing high. And the bulls said, no, 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 we are going higher, right? So the very aggressive approach was to trying to trade the pullback, right? The retest of the line, and eventually on that day, on that particular day here, right? On that particular day here, when the price got back above the entry opening levels of that day to take the long. That was the aggressive attempt, right? Semi-aggressive was to try to take the long next day based on that engulf, right? And the very, very, very conservative, meaning that, well, we have to give up, but that's the question. What kind of the trader you are, right? What's your approach? It's nothing wrong with that. You have to understand it's nothing wrong with that, right? You may want to see how this move, the current move, what will bring, how it will develop, because we have the move to the upside, we have the breakout, we have the pullback, we have the continuation to the upside. So basically, taking into the consideration possible supply and possible demand zones, right? We have a rally, we have a consolidation, and we have a continuation. So at some point in the future, we want to see how the market will behave in case of the pullback. All right, in case of the pullback. So that's your conservative approach. Now let's have a look where we might see those prices going on, right? And unfortunately for the buyers, we might face supply soon. Oops. 8,500 is a near-term possible supply. So be very, very careful trying to chase the prices right here, right now. All right. So I do expect some kind of the pullback from here. Okay. I do expect some kind of the pullback from here. Well, what kind of the pullback I do expect? I do think we might retest the zone I've mentioned before, right? So yeah, retest the levels below 8,000 are still possible. Let's have a look from the intraday perspective in case of the very aggressive approach, right? What we have? Nice break to the upside. Let's zoom it a bit. All right. So the retest from the very aggressive perspective, what we have? We have either this type of the bottom over here, so retest of the earlier mentioned 7,800, 7,600 cannot be ruled out, right? But the bulls, I'm pretty sure the bulls are going to try to hold this 8,000 because that's the level, right? Where we've seen the latest buyers stepped in. All right. So where is the supply from the very short term perspective? Where is the supply from the very short term perspective? Okay. Let's switch a little bit higher, right? Well, guys, as you know, I'm not trying to be, whoa, bulls, bears. I'm overall long-term very, very bullish. But basically, I'm trying to understand, I do understand what is going on based on the charts only, right? So in that case, as I mentioned, that's the levels of the breakdown, right? So we are testing these levels around 8,500. In case of the break higher, the next level of the possible supply is between 9,100, 9,500. So we are facing possible supply right here, right now, right? In that case, if you are a bear this time, you want to see the move below the previous high, right? That would be your sell setup and retest of the possible demand right here over below the 8,000. So hopefully I covered both bulls and bears possible supply and demand zones correctly. Enjoy, guys, don't be trapped, and see you around. Thank you very much and goodbye.